In this video, I'll be giving you a quick tour of my studio to show you what kind of equipment I'm using. I get asked this question all the time, so I've decided to make a quick video tour to show you what I use in my studio. This is actually a temporary studio. I have a larger room that's going to become my final studio with soundproofing and all that good stuff. But as you can see, we're still in the teardown process. I'll make another video once it's complete, showing the entire building process. Now, let's get on with it. I'll be putting all the Amazon links to the various equipment I use in the description below, in case you want to go check it out for yourself. As you can see, I have one standard 24-inch monitor and one 29-inch widescreen monitor. This comes in handy as it gives me more screen real estate, especially when doing video editing, where I can see more of the timeline at one time. It's also quite useful when producing, and I typically keep my mixer, the channel rack, VSTs, and so on one screen, and the playlist on the other. Having the two screens helps a lot in FL Studio. With all the free-floating windows, it's not as optimized for one screen as many other DAWs such as Ableton. Over here I have yet another monitor, which I often use for recording tutorials, as well as a display for metering plugins and such when I'm mixing and mastering. This is my stationary computer. It's an Intel 9900K base system with 32 gigabytes of RAM. Over here we have my master keyboard. This is the Native Instruments Complete Control S61. It has a light guide which can be really helpful. You can customize it to group various percussion elements or lock it to a specific key. If you're a beginner and you don't know much about music theory, then this can come in quite handy. You can select the scale here, and then the light guide will light up only the keys in that scale. You can use this as a guide or even lock it to the scale so that you can't accidentally press keys that are not in the scale. Over here we have a secondary keyboard. This is the Oxygen 61. On the other side, I have a Nectar Impact LX49 Plus Midi keyboard. This is a small but useful device, the Korg Nano Control 2. It's a basic MIDI interface that can be used as a mixer. It also has transport controls, so you can use it to stop, play, record, and so on. It's fully customizable, of course, and I often use this for recording live automation. Here's a USB splitter, and over here we have the external sound card. This is a Focusrite Sapphire Pro 14. It's a FireWire interface that I've had for quite a while, and it's still working perfectly, so I haven't had a reason to swap it out for a new one yet. If you're looking for a Sapphire card today, well, then they have some newer USB models available, which I will be linking to in the description below. For example, the Scarlett 4i4, which I'm in the process of testing right now. A review is coming soon. This is just a basic splitter which can be used to switch between various monitors or a subwoofer, for example. This little guy is the virtual referencing monitor box from Focusrite. What it does is that it can emulate the sound from various monitors so that you can hear how it will sound on various systems. This actually works quite well and can be a good way to simulate how a mix will sound on different systems. I often use this when people order feedback on their tracks in order to simulate how their track would sound on various systems. To the right, we have a microphone from Audio-Technica. Below that, we have some open AKG headphones for mixing. Here, we have a 12-inch active subwoofer, which is used to test the super low end below 50 Hz or so. Oh, and let's not forget this little guy, my Google Home device. No, not by any means a necessary studio accessory. But I still find this little thing quite useful. You can ask it about the weather or use it to control devices in your home, for example. Hey Google, vacuum the house.
Starting selective room cleaning.
Well, there you go. Quite useful when you have basically no spare time on your hands like me. Here we have a pair of Yamaha HS8 active near-field monitors. These are my main monitors. And over here we have some secondary monitors. These are the Atom Audio T8Vs, featuring an 8-inch woofer and a 1.9-inch ribbon tweeter. These offer exceptional clarity despite being entry-level monitors. These work well for just about any kind of music, and I often switch between these and the HS8s. The Pioneers are used primarily to check how a mix will sound on smaller cones. On top here, we have a Tonor TC20 microphone. So, what else is there? Soundproofing. As you can see, there's soundproofing on the walls. These are just to control unwanted reflections from the room. There's also bass traps on all four corners. These homemade panels are actually modular, so they can be easily moved from one room to another without ruining the walls. I'll show you how I made these in another video. Over here we have some cooling for those hot summer days. And all the equipment also heats up the room quite a bit, so I'm glad I have this thing. Last but not least, let's not forget the most important thing of all, the chair. I've gone through many chairs over the years, and none of them has been particularly good to sit in, except this one. It's actually a gaming chair, and of course it's fully adjustable. If you spend countless hours in front of your computer like I do, investing in a good, comfortable chair will be one of the best investments you'll ever make. People have different preferences when it comes to chairs, though, so always try it out before you buy one. This is my Dell Latitude 5470. Not the latest model, but it gets the job done. If you're looking to buy a new computer for music production, then check out my video about what's needed and why. The link is down below. Now, someone is definitely going to comment about the plants. Well, what can I say? I like plants. They make oxygen and they keep us alive. What's not to like? They also make it a lot cozier, I think. Besides, research has shown that green plants can boost creativity by 30%. So if you're having difficulties coming up with that next banger, well, you better go out and buy yourself some green plants. Okay, well, that's it for my studio tour. Again, you can find the Amazon links to all the gear I'm using in the description below, including the computer components. By the way, if you would like detailed feedback on your music, mastering, and so on, then you might want to check out my services. I can even extract vocals from songs and provide you with an a cappella. If any of that sounds interesting, then check out the link down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.